Hi, I'm Ben Solomon. Today I will talk about white guilt. It's become a very important social topic or social behavior. Today is December 17th, 2021. Okay, what is white guilt? Before we get to that, we will look at some preliminaries. The first is political correctness. This is a term that first appeared in Marxist-Leninist vocabulary in just after the Russian Revolution of 1917. Basically, it enforces the adherence to the policies and principles of the party line, and that party being the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Now, with that kind of dialogue structure in society, what happened to the Soviet Union? It no longer exists. So we need to be very careful about using the term or the concepts behind political correctness in America, because it is used in the context of suppressing dialogue. So you can say, what do we say if we don't say political correctness? We replace political correctness with diplomacy. Diplomacy is far more sophisticated than political correctness because it requires an understanding of what the other person wants and a willingness to listen to what the other person needs to say, as opposed to political correctness is about shutting down the other speaker. There's one more we have to look at because I have a physics background, a STEM background, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics background. The one thing that I like to quote a lot is that Newton's third law of motion does not apply to people. The law basically says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Putting somebody down does not raise you up. You are still at the same place where you were. Your ego makes you feel better. You vented yourself, you got your anger out of your system, your rage out of your system. But your environment, your situation has not changed. So focus on improving yourself, not putting somebody else down. If you see a problem in another person, it's because you recognize that problem in yourself. Like they say, you see yourself in others, and avoid race baiting. If you do not do any kind of race baiting, you will see your perspective of the world change. Okay, so let's have a look at global historical context. This is about Russia and Chechnya. If you look at Chechnya is a small area up here in Russia. This is Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Iran are here. So you know, Chechnya is essentially a Muslim state in Russia. So you can ask the question, Chechens have been fighting for freedom for a very, very long time. You can ask, and it's got really violent. You can ask the question, did the white Russian brother fight the white Russian brother to give Chechnya its freedom? No. Let's look at China and Tibet. Tibet is here. This This whole piece here is China, down here. Mongolia is a different country. Russia, Kyrgyzstan is one of the former Soviet Asian republics. Same with Tajikistan. Pakistan is up here. India is down here. Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh. This is also part of India. Myanmar and Southeast Asia is down here. Taiwan is here. So China invaded Tibet many decades ago and took control of Tibet. That's now a part of China. So the question we ask, did the Chinese brother fight the Chinese brother to give Tibet its freedom? No. Arab Israel. This is Israel. This piece here. Egypt is down there. Jordan is at the back. Syria is here. The Golan Heights is between Israel and Syria. And Lebanon is here. So we can ask the same question. Did the Arab brother fight the Arab brother to give Israel its freedom? And the answer again is no. So let's look at the US. It's here, okay, on the global map. Did the white brother fight the white brother to give his black brother his freedom? Yes. The United States is the only country in the world where brother fought brother to give another group of people, a different group of people, their freedom. So, what is this white guilt? Why are we teaching our children white guilt? They should be proud of their heritage. They did something phenomenal. Their forefathers did something phenomenal. As Americans, we are not second-class citizens to anyone. If we believe so, it's because we believe so, not because our fellow Americans of today have imposed it on us. Because we like to be victims. Whether you like to hear this or not, we believe we are second class only because we like to be victims. But you look at the successful people out there, in particular, if we talk about Black Americans, African Americans, Oprah Winfrey, Morgan Freeman, Will Smith, and there are a lot more people like that. Ben Carson, they are enormous success. They didn't spend their time complaining about other races or other people. They got on with who they wanted to be. There was no mention of white guilt among them. If somebody talks about white guilt, you should ask them, who sold your people as slaves to America? White people may have bought Black people as slaves. And this goes back all the way back to the Roman Empire. The word slave comes from Slav. The Romans enslaved the Eastern Europeans, portion of Eastern Europe, and brought them back as slaves. So these were white slaves in a white empire. And so as society evolved, we have now recognized that this slavery is not correct. One of the last countries to abolish slavery was Saudi Arabia in 1969. So you should ask, who sold slaves to the white nations? You would be surprised by that answer. Thank you, and have a great time discussing this topic.